What's up, you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at tech stocks and QQQ and SPY. So we'll take a look at those indices and then Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, and Netflix. With that, please also note, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes. You are solely responsible for your own financial decisions and outcomes. I'm just sharing here my opinion, nothing more than that. All right, so before going to QQQ and SPY, because these are derivatives, guys, right, based on the percent of other stocks and most importantly tech stocks, which are heavy indices like Microsoft, Apple, Google. So let's start off with them first, right? So Microsoft. Now, I did a video on Microsoft over the weekend on my channel. Check that video out. I talked about that earnings are great, right? But Microsoft may fall. Let me show you that actually real quick. Alright guys, so on my channel, this is the video I did over the weekend that Microsoft stock, great earnings, but it may fall, right? This is where my cursor is, right? So, and look at it. We got what? We fell, right? Now, there are reasons that I was seeing that this is not looking to go to upside, and if you want to know more details about that, check that video out. But so far on technicals, guys, on daily interval, we have still been rejecting 20 and 50 days moving average. Earnings just did give it that gap up, but it's not, technicals didn't quite really be able to change themselves, and it's still rejected underneath of one of the distribution phase, and then it's just plummeting to the downside. Now the thing is that this is the level to watch, 397. If we lose that, then 394 and eventually 200 days moving average is still a possibility. Am I seeing any upside on this right now? No, but I can still give, well, it's not bullish, just so you know. And intraday, for intraday trading, if you trade Microsoft, it could be intraday long little bit if it gets above 403, but that can only give you 407 or a little bit of 408. But I would, mostly look for rejection at 407 potentially. If it rebounds, that's a rejection area and it may continue lower. Let's go to 4 hours actually to see more. There's no guarantee that rebound will come, guys. I'm just saying if rebound comes even to the level of 407, that's not going to make it bullish. That's just a rebound in the downtrend and we might head lower. It's not given me that confirmation yet. If the structure changes, I'll talk about that. But right now, structure is looking to the downside to me on Microsoft, okay? Cool. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple, great upside today. We went quite high up, and if you have been seeing my videos, I have been talking on Apple that, guys, once we get out of this level 166 and 87 cents, this is what I talked about, that this has a bullish uptrend structure to go all the way up to, because it was like stretching and snapping, stretching and snapping. You can check out my previous videos. And so once we got out of it, this was the area to play it long, and this is already the long play going on. I didn't take this trade, but I did call this out over here in the price action. Apple still, well, now importantly, Apple has their earnings, and they have their earnings on the Thursday. So that also will define Apple quite a lot. But if I take a look at hourly interval, we are full on bullish. Apple is bullish as long as we are still above $172. And tomorrow, if we stay above 173 and 56 cents, this thing can intraday also play to the upside, okay? But on the swing, we are still bullish as long as we are above $172, right? Okie dokie. Let's take a look at Google now. So Google, unfortunately, looks like this thing has given up post earnings. So I actually wasn't expecting this, to be honest. I don't have any play on Google. But I was, this is pretty much after the earnings, you give it another day and then you can trade the breakout on either direction. And so we got the trade to the downside. That's, as I said, I wasn't expecting this on Google, but this is what it is. And accordingly, if I would have taken any long position, I would have my stop loss underneath the low of the earnings gap up day, somewhere there. And then, this is a short play. Now, if you have a strategy of trading the breakout range of the earnings day or day after earnings, and that's why I like to give a day or two as well, so that because these are new technicals, right? And this is a flush that we are receiving right now. So yeah, it has a room to come down to $160, but I would still not mark it like as it's going to continue just fall. You have to see if this loses $160. If we lose that, then more downside will come. Otherwise, you have to see if this is where it will hold itself up here. So Yeah, if you're looking to buy Google, I would say wait for the pullback. If you're looking to short Google for very, very long time, that confirmation is not there yet, just so you know. Yeah, intraday short, and you can, I have my day trading levels plus, you can use those for that if you have access to my indicators. But yeah, this is what it was, right? Like I said, if we lose $170, it can come down to 50 hours moving average, and then you are seeing if this holds a support. Now that's the thing, you are seeing if this holds support tomorrow, it can give you some rebound to $170 or above. But if we lose 165 and 12 cents, then we have a room to come down to now 160 as well on Google. Yeah, it pretty much gave up after earnings. All right, Amazon, let's take a look at that. Amazon has its earnings tomorrow, and guys, this, I'm fully out of Amazon. Yeah, for the remaining position, my stop loss is hit on that. So yeah, it has its earning tomorrow. Display was fine for me. I mean, I booked some profits out, 50% almost, more, a little bit more position out there, and then sized out. Still net profitable, but definitely didn't get the move that I was really wanting, like all the way down here, right? So it's the name of the game. Yeah, that's the stop loss. Here we go. All right, Amazon, guys, here's the thing. Until intraday, it can stay bullish as long as it's above 50 days moving average, but rest we will see after earnings how the technicals looks like, because that will be completely new technicals. Meta. Meta still heading lower, and I had my short position on this, and a little bit of remaining sized out. I mean, there's just what, like let me actually put a text here, because I have started doing it so that I can keep a note, so that I don't have to look at my broker books again and again. I did look up before the market open, not 25, 15%, not $15, 15% short remaining. So I'm still carrying this position, and yeah, I'm gonna hold through it. Let's see if I can get another pull to the downside more. Semi covered here, semi covered here. My short position that I have it open, and let's see if I can get all the way down to 200 days moving average. So. But yeah, it's weak. It can continue lower right now. If you want to trade it to the upside, you want to watch it break above 445 and 95 cents. Above this, it can give some good rebounds to the upside. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, it's gonna continue lower. Netflix. So Netflix, guys, is just chopping around here. There's another zone of flush on this below 547 and 84 cents, all the way down to 200 days moving average. So I'm waiting to see if that happens. It can continue on rebounding much higher if it gets above $580 almost. So, but yeah, right now it's just zigzagging, and it all comes down to level to the downside. But I think it's weak enough, and I think it is going to head lower. Just my opinion, though. All right, QQQ and SPY. Let's take a look at that. So with QQQ, we are testing today that distribution phase of blue box, guys. Yes. We are a little bit showing strength, and as I have been saying, intradays, yes, we have been these rebounding bullish. You can see on 4 hours we have a rebound ongoing, and all other lower time frames we have bullishness going on. So swing, we are still rebounding, but intradays, yes, we have been bullish. So yeah, this was the things I called out. This is the pivot, and then we can rebound all the way back to up this blue box. And guys, if tomorrow we stay above this level of 432 and 72 cents, we are bullish. On QQ. If we start to crack lower, if we start to crack lower, I want to show you something on hourly interval. It's not bearish right away though, guys. I would not trade it short even if it starts to sell off. It's only a good short if it breaks below 429 and 81 cents, not before that. And then into this blue box and above, it's a long play. So you can expect some, blue box is a area that will, above this is a full bullish sentiment, below this is a bearish sentiment, so accordingly trade it. But then I'm seeing that 200 hours moving average, and that's why this makes it a zone of difficulty. From 200 hours moving average all the way up to distribution phase, this zone, $4 zone, becomes a zone of difficulty to short. Intraday short, sure, but not more than that, because it's a zone of choppiness and difficulty. And then for longer, confirmed short is below 429 and 81 cents, right? All right, that's QQQ. Let's take a look at SPY real quick. And so SPY is, I'll show you something on hourly interval as well, but I'm going to give a very simple thing on SPY. If it continues to reject below 50 days moving average tomorrow and it breaks below 507 as well eventually, it's a continuation to the downside. You can see it rebound on higher time frame and then bullish on intradays, right? You can see bullishness ongoing. But if we go to the hourly interval, we are not out of the woods yet fully. And that's why I'm saying look at the how precisely it held the level of our, significant level. If you need access to my tools, guys, that does all these things automatically for you. Links to my tools are in the description below. Now, if I want to look short on SPY, that will be below 507 for tomorrow or day after that, and I want to see it lose 50 and 200 as well. To the upside, yep, it could continue, and if we break out of this trend line as well that we see on the upside, it can continue much higher back to maybe 518 again, in my opinion, on SPY. So tomorrow we have some earnings, right? And then we have Thursdays as well earnings, right? So I think Apple is on Thursday, right? Yeah, and Amazon is tomorrow, right? So we'll see what happens there. Well, guys, this is it for this video. If you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.